of course we are continuing on this series, and with this module we go on. In this video I want to talk about logPolar, linearPolar and also warpPolar. Since logPolar and linearPolar we can get with warpPolar, for me these are not useful, so we will learn about them with warpPolar. So I'm skipping linear and logPolar, directly passing to warpPolar. And how to use this? These are totally in the documentation it's explained, which is the correct one, is explaining all the mathematics, but I will directly talk about with an example how we are using warpPolar and why we can need that, and more finally I think via an example. So that's why I will talk about directly with an example. That's my style. And we are gonna learn today how to draw these colorful rainbow circles with OPENCV. I want to show this to you, and to do that we will use warpPolar function, and we will get something like this. We will also get something like this. Let's go on. This is code part. Maybe before going, let's quickly talk about what it's taking. You are giving your source image, destination image. The size is the destination image size, which includes columns and rows. Center is the central point of your desired output circle, we can say. These reticles, for example, your center can be accordingly. Max radius, the radius of these circles you desire, and flex, not flex but flex. This is little important. As you can see here, they are a combination of interpolation methods. First of all, interpolation flex and warpPolar mode, and you need to combine these, and you need to add warpPolar linear or warpPolar log, which we talked before. What linearPolar and logPolar doing if you just choosing the flag, and this warpPolar directly doing those functions duty. Okay. In here mostly they are combining with interlinear and warp fill outliers. What they are doing, they are just optimizing the image. Here also there is an example of warpPolar, and they are also using as flex. Where is that? This one, yeah. These two combine. I will also use that. Let me copy that. Okay, let's paste here. What I'm doing here, I already created a colorful image. Let's see the result. Not this one, but this one. As you can see, I just created by myself this image, 100 columns and 800 rows. I just created with the equal size, some colors here, and this size totally black. And this is what I created in here. I don't want to write detail, just I copied this to here. And if this is our result, what I'm gonna do now, I will try to get from this image, looks like, for example, this image, and also this kind of image from this line. So how can we circleize? How can we make a circle from this line? Let's learn it, how to do that with warpPolar. Okay. First of all, let's define the center and the max radius, which is okay, here. Let's define center, size and max radius. First of all, of course, destination matrix we are defining, then max radius we are defining, which is maybe 200 is okay at the beginning, or 250. And then what else? The center which is in the point2f type, and let's call it center, and let's make it 250 and 250 because I want to create a matrix for destination 500 to 500. Okay, then let's calling warpPolar directly. First of all, we are putting the input image, which is image, then destination, which is destination, then size. Here you can directly define. For example, I want destination matrix 500 to 500, and then center, let's directly put it, and also max radius, which is max radius be defined above. Flex, here let's copy that also here, we already defined here, but let's put it here. Why we use this combined? To say that I'm not really familiar with this flex mostly. For me also these are not really important. I'm just using what people mostly using, as here they are using interlinear and warpfill outliers. Mostly I'm sure if you just change the combinations you will not get really different outputs, so just use these two. And adding that, I put add. Now the important part is where is that? The flex we already used, and now we need to use one of these. Let's start with warpPolar linear. Okay, and this is done. What else left? Okay, this seems done. Yeah, let's see the result then with the destination image. Okay, this is wrong because we need to make it inverse, of course. Where is inverse? Yeah, this one. Our log is the reverse side. Okay, now as you can see, with this line we created a circle, which is we wanna get, for example, this one, not this one, and that's how we did this. But what if we wanna get this, or yeah, that one, without inside empty? It's also very easy. If you make a gap in the left side, it's filling it with inside. If you totally these colors fill all of your map, then there will be no black hole in the inside. Okay, let's make it, I just manipulated here, let's make it 0, and with this all will be like this. And yeah, output you can see this is the color, and we are just making circulating this line as like this, and the output is a colorful circle. There is one more which I made mistake before. We want to use these things, right? Where do we need these things? Now we made inverse. For example, if you want to, if you have this circle already and you wanna get a line from that, then you're making a reverse. Let's make it below at the beginning. Now convert this to this line. Okay, now our destination image in that type. Let's copy this again and paste. Now give input as destination image. Maybe one more output we are needed, and one more destination we are needed. Let's change here also. Okay, now we are giving the output of this inverse map to other warpPolar, which is this one, and output of this we want a destination 2, and also okay, size can be like this. Center and max radius also we don't need, we shouldn't change because we wanna convert it. Then flex same, just we are changing here with this warpPolar mode, log or linear. Let's try with linear first and see the result. Okay, we started with this, we get this output, and after that we are getting this output by changing again. So looks like we back to beginning. What about warpPolar log? And as we talked before, this if you by just putting these two input, you are getting this and linear polar. So these functions, I don't know why they designed, but with warpPolar you are already able to get these two functions. So just to remind that again, I wanted to talk. Okay, let's try with warpPolar log. Honestly, I don't really know the difference between warpPolar log and warpPolar linear, but I can say that warpPolar log just increasing the black part, I mean the inside part of the circles. When you back to the normal side, like beginning, if you want to back to the beginning, if you want to make a line from a circle, then the whole part, the whole color warpPolar log giving more gap to that, opposite of comparing to the linear one. If you again to see linear, yeah, like this. This is just an example I'm giving how to create kind of these things with OpenCV and come back to the line part. You can think where we can use this function, but directly not coming to my mind, but I'm sure in many cases the people are needed, this function is needed by people. I did not yet use this function in my projects, but I can say this is really useful. Just for fun, if you want to create this, how you will get this with with other tools. OpenCV is directly giving this to you. Okay, for this video I think I'm done here. There is left some couple of functions in the geometric image transformation modules. Maybe after talking those, we will pass on the other modules. For this video I think enough. See you in the next videos.